Alright, so today we have something a little different. We're doing a Japanese garden, and you can see they have stuff going on right here. And we're doing a whole patio with like blocks and rock in between the blocks. It's gonna look nice. And I'll show you guys the plan so you can see what we're dealing with here. But this is gonna be one heck of a project, and I can't wait to see the end results. But let's get down to it. I just want to start off by just addressing the fact that this ground was really hard to dig through. And I'm not just talking about this specific dig right here, but the whole project entirely. There was moments where we just were having a hard time digging through the clay. And I'm really glad we brought this pointy bucket. I forget what it's called. It just really helped us save some time. But even with that, like it's small bucket. You can't really pick up too much of dirt, so you'll see me alternating in between. But still helped us save some time for sure. And at this point in the process, I'm just bringing in the material the guys need. And if you don't know how patios are built or never seen the process yourself, basically, like you saw before, we do our dig, and usually the dig is around like 8 inches. And after that, we build our base up first with the crushed concrete, the 21A, and we'll go about like 5 inches with that. And then after that, you'll see me bring in some slag later on. And the slag is just a finer sand that you can create a nice flat, even ground with. And usually that is like about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, depending on how much you need. And then once the that's tamped down and it's nice and flat and sturdy, we go ahead and put our brick down. And with this project specifically, we were using bigger pavers, and these were pretty heavy. You needed two guys to be able to lift one, and we were creating like 6 inch gaps in between each of the pavers, and you'll see how it'll look later. But it was very different than what we usually do, but it came out really nice at the end. All right, so here we have our base all set up. I'm about to start putting some of the brick down. This stuff will be at the border over here, along the outside border, basically. That, that, and that. And then the block would just be 6 inches block, 6 inches block. And as we do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. I did this yesterday while I took the day, and today's Sunday, and they're at it again. This came out really nice. We put gator dust in between the joints. And we're doing the same thing here, but in between these joints we'll do just topsoil. Because the grass is gonna grow in between these, right? The idea is to have grass in between these? Yeah. But yeah, like I mentioned, today was Sunday, and these guys do not stop. If it was up to us, we'd be all at home right now and relaxing. But these guys want to keep working, and because they want to keep working, we'll happily come out and assist them in any way that we can. But yeah, they finished most of it on Saturday. Today they were just working on the walkway from the front of the house to the back of the house, and it's a very time-consuming thing just because they have to make sure that everything is 6 inches apart and everything's lining up perfectly. And this crew is really detail oriented, so they're gonna take their time with this. Alright guys, we're back here at this job site. We got a lot of it done. I think the goal today is to get our grade established a little bit, start adding some rocks under the deck, get our metal edging going here, and I think we're gonna try to attempt the boulder wall. It's going here. Going here, and yeah, so right now they're doing the downspouts, but we'll get this going and I'll keep you guys updated. I think that's fine. By the time we fill that up with dirt, I think it'll make sense. We're back here again. It's another day, and today we have more insight of what's going on. We're just taking some debris away. Got this whole pile of it over here, but we're focusing on adding a boulder wall around this drain and that one as well, and one on the other side, and then just clearing this area out, getting it graded, getting it flat, adding some weed barrier. We're gonna be putting cobble as well, and that's it for now. While we wait for the boulders to get here, I'm gonna start grading this stuff right here. I really like using the time-lapse feature on my GoPro just because it makes editing a little easier for me, but I just hate that it doesn't record any sound, because then it just creates these awkward silences in the middle of my video that I try to fill up with this commentary. But here we go with the boulder wall, and to be honest, I remember that this took a little longer than I would have liked. It didn't help that we were like in a swell part of the grade, so moving the boulders with the skid was a little harder than usual, but it is what it is, and we got it done, and that's all that matters. We got this side of the wall done. Tried to blow it, but I think it came out pretty nice. Now we're just draining this area up. We made a mess, and we're starting on this one. We'll get that done soon, but after this we'll probably be out of here. Tomorrow we have a lot going on as well, so we had our break ice out this day, and they were just finishing this walkway that went from the patio to the fire pit. And here you can see the guys drawing it out, trying to get that perfect circle going. But yeah, this was a pretty short day. It took them no time to put that walkway in, and once they got the base in for the fire pit and the metal edging installed, we called it a day. All right, so here we are again at this property, another day, and today is planting day. We have a lot of plants. We have our nigras. Yeah, some emerald greens down there. Trees. Oh, these, I always forget what these are. These are 9 bark, Diablo 9 bark, junipers, white pines, more of the Diablo 9 bark. We have hydrangeas, grasses, moss. We've never planted moss before, not at least since I've been working here, but it's kind of interesting. Ferns, and we have more stuff coming over here and more in the truck. So this is supposed to be a Japanese garden. I know we have more like Japanese trees, the Japanese maple. That's what I was trying to say. We have that coming later. Well, it's gonna be an interesting landscape, something different, and something I'm looking forward to. And we're gonna get going with that. Came to the backyard. We're gonna put these emerald greens over here, this corner. While we're working in the back, these fellows were out here in the front putting this stuff in. Something starting like with that one, you gotta dig. What? That one at 48? Yeah. Oh, never mind then. Maybe my eyes are crooked. We thought it was gonna be soft, but it was really hard, so back to this method. We had to remove all of our box scores that we set up, but we gotta do sometimes. We got this area about finished up now. Let's go check on the back. That dig was terrible. It's probably one of the second hardest digs that we've ever done. It's just even with a pickaxe, you're not getting much done. But it's looking pretty good here. We got the Niagara set up. Pretty good. So we're just about to wrap this up. I think tomorrow's gonna be a good day. We're gonna give it a good push. I think we're gonna get a lot done. I know we have more plans coming, and this job is coming to the end. So see you guys tomorrow. We're back out here again. We have the sprinkler guys out here doing their thing. We got some of this stuff in, but try not to get in their way. And we got more plants. You can see Japanese grasses. I've never, what are these called? Red Baron, Japanese bloodgrass. This little cool thing. It's cool stuff. This machine out the way so you get the other junipers going. While they put the junipers in, I'm gonna start digging out our dogwoods that we have going here. We have one coming here at this red dot, another one back here, and this one's gonna have to be done by hand. But I think one goes in there. I have no space to get in here. I'm putting our dogwood in right now. We finally got this sucker in. Took us like about half an hour just to dig it out. The ground was so hard. Now we're gonna move on to these white pines over here. Also got this tree in, Tricolor Beech. It's called Tricolor because it has like a pink, green, yellowish color to it. You can't really see it now. But right now we're gonna put the white pines in, and after that we'll probably be calling it. Alright, probably tired of hearing this, but we're here again, another day, and we're setting up the backyard right now. We have our designer over there.
Right, we'll just roll right over, yeah, we're gonna have our machine right for that. Right, yeah, Panama white. Awesome, hey.
He's just looking awesome.
Okay, alright, that's tomorrow, to start working on it, yeah, okay. Okay, we'll be out there all day tomorrow and Friday, Monday, so, yeah, we'll work together, okay?
I really like these grasses, to be honest. They like really bring the landscape out. Alright, so we're gonna start playing this stuff right now, and you guys see like a little montage of it all. I had to dig those plants out with the machine because we're gonna be there so long trying to dig that out. This clay is so hard. The skid couldn't reach over here, so using the forks, tractor forks on this side. Alright, so far we got all this buried. We got this section over here buried, and then we got this section over here buried. We're just watering them just because they look a little sad. Well, at least the hydrangea tree does. But they haven't been watered since yesterday, so now we gotta move on into here. Planting these dwarf iron grasses. And eventually this is a beautiful garden that we got going on here. Here I go again with this commentary, but I usually don't mind digging these little plants in, but when you have this many, it just becomes annoying. Especially when, like, I think at this point of the project, I know that we're almost there, we're almost done. And you're just trying to get this stuff down so you can go to the next step. And I think I was really looking forward to the next step because we're going to put in our sand and get to the nitty gritty parts of the this Japanese garden. Yeah, I'm gonna hold this stuff. There you go. Imported straight from Japan. You heard it here, guys.
Delta 1.
Yeah. Yeah. It's covering the that white pipe in the back, so.
Oh, yeah.
So this stuff is supposed to be moss, but it's called creeping thyme. Creeping thyme. And we're just gonna leave it like this for now. We're gonna let the mound settle, and then next time we'll plant it. All right, so we're back at this house. All the sprinklers got put in now, and we have a better idea of what's going on now, and I'll go ahead and explain that to you guys. So we have our drip lines going across, but anyways, everything's spray painted out. This pink line, this outer pink line is all gonna be cobble, a cobble border. And in between here we'll have some flagstone going that way. They're having a hammock put in here, and we'll have some flagstone going around this tree, this Japanese maple. And in between the flagstone, this is going to be all white sand, white Panama sand, which we've never used before, and it's probably really expensive, but anyways. And here we have all these like little circles drawn out. It's gonna be obsidian. This is a Tagoda. I don't know what it's called, something Japanese. We'll have another rock going here. Over there. They have a water feature going here. I think there's another rock, piece of obsidian going there. This right here, you see how there's another pink line? It's gonna be all Mexican pebble, like a river of it. Well, here we'll have more of the obsidian with like some smaller pieces of obsidian, and here as well. But yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty part of this project. This is going to be very detailed, time-consuming work, and I'm gonna get right into it, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right, so these right here are the obsidian rocks that we got. I think they're actually pretty nice. I think they just need to be washed off and they'll shine a little bit more, but that's what we got going on right now. That one's fine. Yeah, like that. Like that. Now we just have to put the rest. Since I knew that we were going to be putting white sand in this area, I wanted to get the vast majority of the beds covered in mulch. I just didn't want to risk any mulch falling on the sand and becoming too hard to clean up and anything like that, you know what I mean? Just trying to cover myself with that. But once I was done with that, I got straight to putting that cobble in the edge of the garden beds. And to be honest, I was questioning it at first, but once I was finished, it actually looked really nice. We're getting ready to put the sand in today. We have the weed mat going. We moist up to the edge of the cobble. And just to show you guys, this is our white Panamanian sand. So let's try to keep it clean.
Guys use this during your lunch break or anything?
Alright guys, so we're here at our, hopefully our last day here at this job site. We got everything mulched up, as you can see. We still have this tree left to plant, but that's just if we plant it, we're blocking our access to the backyard. So we can no longer go to this side, so we put the cobble down in the swale. But we're gonna start grading her up, getting her ready. This half of the this half of the yard is ready. Just that half over there is not ready at all. This was graded, I think, last week. Once everything was graded, we went ahead and put down our seed, our fertilizer, and on the hill part of the yard, we used rolls of straw, just because we didn't want the straw flying away and whatnot, or falling down the hill. So this was the better alternative here. But for the rest of the yard and the flat parts, we just sprayed straw everywhere, and you'll see that shortly. After these long several days of working, we finally finished up this project, and this is how it all turned out. At the end, I think this project turned out beautiful. It was something that we've never done before, something very different, and our designer Bob really knew what he was doing when he drew this one up, so credits to him. And if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate it if you like the video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you could go in the comments and ask, and I'll make sure to answer that. But that pretty much wraps up this project, and as always, on to the next job.